right, y'all, welcome back again. That's a different segue. And as you were getting into this video in the first part, you saw this really fast forward clip and I was wearing something different and things were staged a little different. Well, this is what happens. Life happens when you plan something else, but we're gonna move past that. We kind of had to restart the packaging over because we had a major technical issue with our audio, and we're gonna move past that. As difficult as that is to think back because we loved it, let's get on to what we were doing. We were unveiling the one and only 4-in-1 Trail Fire Grill. And in the other part of the video that we put a little bit in the beginning and at the end, you know how well packaged this unit was and how beautifully it was put together when it arrived to us. But because we had to make some adjustments, we're just going to kind of talk about it again. We have a carbon steel wok that arrives. When it arrives to you, it is well packaged. It's got plastic on it. It's been protected and it's wrapped in a really nice paper. It's almost like opening a really beautiful gift. The other thing that you're going to notice with this wok is that it has 2 carrying handles, very convenient. And the way that they're designed is also to keep them cool. So when you're grabbing these, they're not necessarily going to be hot, of course, unless you have the flame on them. The other thing that you might notice is there is some shipping grease. This is a food grade grease, if you will, an oil, I should say, not a grease. And it's designed to keep this wok protected during shipment because just like cast iron and carbon steel, it doesn't really want water and moisture on it. It wants to be cleaned, it wants to be seasoned and prepared. The other thing that you will be able to order separately is a pizza stone. This is all part of the 4-in-1. Remember, as the 4-in-1, you've got the fire pit, you've got the wok, you've got the grill, and you've got the pizza oven. I call it the grill, but it's really the barbecue. But I like to think of this as more than 4-in-1 because if you watch our videos, I think of this as the infinity in one because it comes with so many opportunities. So what you will receive is a stainless steel grate right here. This is what you're going to cook on all of your favorite meats and or vegetable burgers. Whatever it is that you love to do, you're going to do on this grate. The other thing that you're going to notice is there's a carrying bag. Unless you ordered it as a complete package, meaning, hey, I want to go ahead and upgrade with the bag, and I want to go ahead and get the pizza stone, these are items you can also buy separately. I highly, highly encourage you to obviously pick them both up. That's what we did. I'm going to set it aside for later. The thing that we'll get into is not some more packaging here, is that when it arrives, it's going to arrive upside down. The reason is it helps keep the storage, the shipment, everything. I'm going to say it's a little bit more well packaged. I'm going to move our wet box aside, the box that we had to kind of put back together, as they say, and pull out the lava rocks, okay? When you receive the lava rocks, they will not be packaged like this. They will be very beautiful. They'll be well packaged. Can you imagine beautiful lava rocks? And they will be full of dust, just like in the video that you'll see at the beginning and at the end. We were at the point of rinsing these before we found out our audio stuff. So what we're talking about here is the 4-in-1. What do we get? We're going to get the rocks. We're going to get the grill. We're going to get the wok. And of course, we're going to get the fire pit, which is not only the fire pit, but it's actually the oven as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the plastic off of here. And we're going to talk about some of the quality features. And get that plastic out of the way so we can get some of that background noise out of the way. And one of the things that you're going to notice in here is that it comes with a stainless steel fire ring. That's actually really important. For some of those that have ordered other fire pits and have enjoyed them, one of the things that you may have noticed is that the fire rings are not always stainless steel. They're made of a different type of material. They tend to rust, they tend to fail. And at the end of the day, then you have a useless fire pit that you spent some money on. Stainless steel, going to keep that from happening. If you're looking at the underside, there is a stainless steel plate right here, as you can see as well. That is protecting some of the igniter components, as well as acting a little bit as a drip tray. Of course, the juices are all going, well, let's talk about that. Where do the cooking greases and juices go as you're cooking with this? They're all going to be absorbed on these rocks and then burned off. So everything's going to be almost maintenance free. So let's get back to this. So when it arrives, you've seen all the components that it has. And one of the other things that you're going to notice that's going to distinguish this a little bit differently from your typical, we'll call it fire pit. Again, this is a 4-in-1, not a fire pit, is that you have a control knob right here, which also acts as an igniter. If you listen real quick, you'll push it in, click, that would ignite based on the fact that the gas is on. Now, the other thing, or I should say the fuel, which in this case is our liquid propane, is that there is a red lever right here, little valve. Now, the reason this valve is here is that there are two options here. When this is being used as a fire pit, this is going to be your main control. 50,000 BTUs, high, turn it down to low, control the amount of, if you will, fire that you and or your company are experiencing. The other thing is, let's say it's time to cook, get some things grilling, use our wok and start to play with the temperatures that are required to accommodate the type of food that we're making and to make it as delicious as we can. That's where this red lever comes in. This is how you're going to control the flame for cooking. Consider this like you're at home and you happen to have a gas stove and you're adjusting the flame on your stove to accommodate temperatures of what you're actually either grilling, saucing, sauteing. And in this case, also, because it's a pizza oven, you'll want to control the internal temperature for that. So let's move on to the hose. If you'll notice, we've got about 6 feet of hose here. This is very adequate to get your propane tank safely away from the grill and allow folks to sit around and enjoy company together. The other thing that you're going to notice that Trail Fire really thought about, and this is important, you're not going to need to buy a separate regulator. Sometimes equipment that you purchase, you have to consider the regulator. This is already built in. Everything here has been sized and is accommodated for the 50,000 BTU unit that you have here, the Trail Fire. Now, we won't even move on to the lava rocks. Let's get over here and start talking about the stainless steel grate. This will fit just like that, pretty perfectly. You're gonna do all your grilling. Let's say you're all done grilling, you've enjoyed that part, you'll want to remove this. The reason is, you have 50,000 BTUs here. This continues to sit on here. You could, I wouldn't say you'd melt it. It's pretty good, thick steel, but you could damage it. That's a lot of heat. It's not designed for that. The other thing, should you so choose, which I encourage, is when you get your pizza, here we go, stone. Let's say, and we're going to demonstrate all this in real action later. You would set that right up there. You'd have things going. Your wok has been seasoned, prepared, and you'd be closing it up, and all of a sudden you have, I'm going to almost call it a convection oven, but you have an oven built in here. Again, we're going to get a lot of, well, actually, we're going to share some really cool stuff with you later on cooking of this. So again, you're able to purchase this separately and or with a kit. You're going to get the grate. You're going to get the fire pit slash, I like to call this the 4-in-1 oven. And you're going to get the wok and you're going to get the lava rocks. Let's move on to the lava rocks here. In the video that was before and that you see after, we take these lava rocks over, and the first thing that we want to do is just rinse them with water. In this case, because Bad Betty happens to carry 50 gallons of water, we had access to water to share with you the unboxing and unveiling here in this beautiful area. Now, these rocks have already been washed. You saw that in the before and after video. I keep saying that, but it's kind of drives me nuts I had to do that. Oh, she can put an insert in. So one of the things that you're going to want to do is take your lava rocks, and you'll notice they actually have a really good color. They're not a typical red color. They're not what you might be used to with some other grills that supply them. These actually are very high quality lava rock. You're going to disperse these evenly throughout your fire pit. And what you'll want to do is you want to keep the larger rocks on the bottom and the smaller lava rocks towards the top. After you rinse them, one of the things you're going to be excited to do is get this thing up and operational. The rocks are still damp and wet. I want to just go ahead and explain something there. If you're starting out and your rocks are damp and wet, which they should be at this point, and you should be excited to get things going, your flame is going to be slightly dampened. Those rocks are trying to dry out, and that flame is being absorbed by those. Once they are dry and they're sort of seasoned, if you will, and ready, all the flame's going to come back up to the normal operation that you're used to. So the other thing that we need to talk about, which I think is really, really important, is what we're going to do to season our wok, how we're going to prepare it for, I'm going to say, very, very long-term use. And that all has to do with proper preparation. So one of the things I talked about in the unveiling was that when this arrives, you're going to notice that it has kind of a shipping oil on it. And that is a food grade oil, but we want to go ahead and wash that off before we cook. So I'm going to run inside. I'm going to grab some mild dish soap, a rag. This will be the only time, should be the only time that you'll ever need to apply soap to this. Think of it as your cast iron what do you call it, Shell? Cast iron pan, sorry, pan at home. I was going to call it a cast iron wok at home. Is once it's seasoned and it's taken care of, you usually aren't introducing it to soap again. You're just kind of wiping it out and re-oiling it. This is the same concept. The beautiful thing about the carbon steel is when it is prepared and it's gone through, I'm going to call it the preparation cycle, for lack of a better word, the seasoning, it's as good as cooking on any cast iron pan. I almost said pot again, and wok. It's as good as that. I mean, these are what these are designed to do. If you think about when you go to one of your favorite restaurants and you see a glimpse of the chef in the background and they got the wok and they're all in action and it's just got that rich blackened look and the seasoning just based in it, that's what this is going to look like. If you watch our other videos, you can see that. So I'm going to step away for a moment, get some things recycled, grab the soap, swing back here with you. We're going to prep and clean this. I'm going to grab my olive oil. And did I leave anything else, Joe? All right, let's do it. All right, when we stepped away, I went and got some mild dish soap. As you can see, this is unbranded. And a little horsey scrubbing pad. It doesn't have to be a horse, but it happened to be what we have. And we're going to head on over and we're going to prepare. So come along. As you know, from some of our videos and other things I've shared, Bad Betty comes with 50 gallons of fresh water. She holds 51 gallons of gray water. And she has this awesome outdoor shower area, which in this case is going to be awesomely convenient for cleaning the pan. The same area we rinse the rocks in part of our snafu video. So one of the first things you want to do is go ahead and get some of the get some water on here, get it starting to rinse. Don't you love that we're right out here sort of in the outdoors? The other thing that's nice about this soap, I can't brand it here, it is biodegradable and earth friendly. There are some places you can find it at, but again, I can't really disclose that right now. So what I like to do is soap her up for the first time. Just really scrub her as if you're scrubbing one of the pans at your home. And you want to really get both sides. A lot of this is going to burn off. As you can see, I still have a little packaging on there. I'm going to clean that off. I'm not really afraid if it's left on there, it would burn off. But because it is plastic, I want to be a little more responsible and have it removed. There we go. I shouldn't have said I wouldn't be worried about it. Obviously, you see I am concerned about it. Let me put that in there for later. There we go. And I'm going to get a little bit more soap. Sometimes the environmentally soap works just a little different. It takes a little extra, but it's good and keeps everybody in a good place when it comes to the environment and trees. So I'm actually, believe it or not, because we have one of these, we've been cooking on it for 2 years, I'm pretty satisfied with that cleaning. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and rinse that off, just like that. And go right down. Oh, that water is nice and warm. Yes, it is. And I feel like she's well rinsed here. So just disconnect that, shut the water off, come around and I'm going to miss that warm water right now. Come around and join me here. All right. I didn't know Michelle was that close behind me. So the thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and give it a good drying right here. Because remember, water is not carbon steel's friend, nor is it cast iron's friend, so to speak. And it looks like I still got a little soap on the outside. Not too worried about that because it is on the outside. Now, the way that I like to do this, and I'm going to have Michelle pause the camera because I got to go grab my other napkins. Don't go away, y'all. You can take any brand of olive oil. Some people like to use flaxseed oil. If you have a preference about the type of oil that you like to season your pans with, I would definitely leave it in the comment. I love learning about different things. And I'm going to give this a really generous lube here. And I also like to get all the handles in the hardware. Do not, there's snow on here. Do not be afraid to really be generous here. You might, again, have your own technique. But once I really get that rubbed in, I'm going to flip it over. Again, what's beautiful is this is the lid and the carrying piece of it, aspect. I'm going to go ahead and just be, again, very generous. You might be asking yourself, Well, is that going to catch fire and burn off? I haven't had it happen yet. I can't say it wouldn't happen, but for me and Michelle, this is our second trail fire. This one's going to travel with Bad Betty now, and we're going to give our other one a break and let it be at home when we walk with the friends and family. Walk with the friends and family. Hello, I got to stop doing that, right? So I feel like I got a good, generous amount of oil on there. Let's talk about something else here. Let's say for a moment that, I got all serious, right? No. Let's say for a moment that you do really need to break this down and clean it a little bit more, or you feel like you've made a mistake along the way. What I personally like to do is I will actually warm it up. I'll take a sea salt, like a heavier grade salt, one that's more like a rock salt, and I'll put it in the pan, and I'll take, whether it's a cotton rag or whatever you're comfortable with. Of course, the fire is not on at this point. And I'll take some oil and I'll scrub my pan with the salts or some of my favorite seasonings. And those act as abrasives to kind of break down some of the things maybe you don't want to leave behind and you're not comfortable with. So let's just say that when you're all done, you like your stuff to just be free of any of the leftover cooking stuff, so to speak. That's another way to treat it. Just make sure you continue to oil it. The other thing you want to be very, very diligent about is properly storing this. At the end, I'm going to show you how convenient that bag is. Michelle and I are going to demonstrate how easy it is to carry this, especially let's say you had a bad shoulder, need a little help. I'm going to tell you how light this is here in a moment. We're going to save that part because it's going to blow your mind how light this is, but yet how strong it is. So let's get connected, as they say. I thought that would be a fun intro, right? I've actually made that up on the spot. So anyways, let's stay on focus here. So we got our trail fire, rocks are washed, she's all ready. We've got our wok all prepared, seasoned, oiled up, so to speak. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a pre-safety check. We're going to make sure that all the fittings are nice and tight. Of course, they're going to come from the factory set and prepared, but because there's humans involved, and humans sometimes aren't perfect, it's always good just to check all your fittings. We're going to make sure that our main knob, again, this is the knob that we generally are going to control the flame at when we're using the fire pit, is at 12 o'clock. As you can see, the red handle, as we described earlier, this is how we regulate the flame only when cooking. These are both in the off position. I'm feeling comfortable about that. I'm now going to take the hose, come over to my source. In this case, it's a 20-pound cylinder. Make a good connection there, just hand tight. You never want to use wrenches or tools here. I'm going to just barely start to open the valve, let it do its thing, and go ahead and just give it a full turn. Come on back over here. Still verified we're at 12 o'clock. I'm going to give it just a little bit of an opening. We don't hear anything yet because we're still in the off position. Now, as I move that, she fires right up. We have the flame. The thing that you're going to notice right now is I'm going to move this right to full open. Sorry, right here. I'm going to, for my purpose right now, leave this on high, okay? But we also talked about earlier that if we're going to be using it as a fire pit, that we want to have the grill removed. And again, I have it on here because we're going to be basically heating up our wok and seasoning it. So I'm going to turn my flame down just a bit. I'm going to let my rocks dry out. And in here, I'd say maybe 5 minutes at the most. We're going to go ahead and bring the wok back into action and take care of business. So I'll see you shortly. Now it's time to heat up the wok and get things going. Remember, we've got it all oiled. I'm going to set her right on here any way I like. And I'm just going to go ahead and let it heat up. And so you guys don't have to watch that. I'd say maybe give us 5-10 minutes. Get yourself some popcorn, one of your favorite beverages. Catch one of the commercials here, because I believe those actually help us. So watch a commercial and let's be right back. Hey, Michelle, you're already there. Come on out for a second. I wanted to show everyone something. So y'all, I thought what would be important is we've been talking about that we've been using our original trail fire for more than 2 years now, and what you should expect once you have your wok seasoned and prepared. This is the original Bad Betty wok that we've been using in all of our videos. We love it. We're going to continue to use it. And you notice the coloring and the way it's been seasoned, and it has just, let's say, all of its life in it, all the stories that have been told along the way. And this is the brand new one, and I'm going to swap them back out again, that I'm preparing. Now, this is actually ready to use right now. And what I'm going to be looking forward to is when it gets to the richness that you see here. But again, I just wanted to show you that this is what you're going to go towards. And one more quick thing. Michelle's gonna be bringing us out some food in a moment, is I've taken some of my favorite seasonings and some of the oils that I like to use, and I started really working them in here. And that's the way that I like to season, let's say, my wok, my pan, my cast iron equipment. In this case, this is our carbon steel wok. You can treat it the same way, and you should treat it the same way that you treat your, what's the other one called there? Cast iron pan, because they're going to cook equally as well, especially when you treat them the same. You also notice that I have the flame pretty low right now. I could really crank it up, but there's no need to, because I'm taking my time here. And Shell, if you don't mind, if we could bring the folks out some food. You want to start with the chicken? You want to do the grill work? All right, let's do it. I'm going to move the original Bad Betty wok aside here, because we might use it to maybe stage some food while we're doing some other stuff. So I'm ready. Let's get down with it. Oh, you notice I'm using my pizza stone as a little landing spot here. The table would probably manage it, but I feel a little safer with that. So let's get her ready. What's happening? So I'm putting some of my favorite seasoning on here. If you've been watching the videos, you'll know what that is. Thank you, Mom. A little clue there, folks. And I'm feeling pretty good about the heat that we have here. Again, I can crank it up, if you will, using the red lever. I'm going to keep her dialed down a little bit. I like to keep this, again, at 9 o'clock right here. I don't know if they can see that there, Shell, but our knob at 9 o'clock. And you hear the sizzle there. Great job marinating these, Shell. So we'll kind of let those do their thing. The other thing that you could do too, folks, I should bring this into attention. If you bring this really down low, show them the flame here, Shell. Bring that down just really, really low. Let's say that you want to get more of a baking experience with your chicken and keep that heat contained. This is one way to do it. The thing that I would caution you about is when you're going to release the lid, obviously you want to grab the handles and keep yourself clear flame. Just kind of give it a little air to breathe, because you may have forgot if this was on high and you might get a little burst of flame. So just check your valve, maybe open it away from you. This becomes a shield like that. And I'm not trying to tell you guys just the stuff that you probably already know as adults, but you know, sometimes the tips help, right? Little reminders. See the eyebrow I lost? I'm kidding, I didn't. Look at the sear marks. I'm gonna bring it over. I really get excited about this here. These are new tongs, y'all. But look at the lines. Look at the color. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Oh, Shell, while we're let's show them how we can kind of do a 2-in-1 on it. All right, we're ready for vegetables, Shell. You guys will be able to tell I'm filming. All right. So let's show them how you get that going there, Shell.
You got the olive oil in here.
Oh, you hear that?
Carrots, some broccoli.
Now, one of the things you might notice is we have the wok offset. The reason is we're still cooking down our chicken just a hair. We pulled it off the main part of the flame and balanced the wok a little there. Oh, Shell's going to just go ahead and throw the yakisoba in all at once. Okay.
Why not?
Well, hey,
need to eat.
Here you go. Go to town.
Oh, I got it open.
Oh, it's open, dear. Just shake her down. Oh, that's right. We got a little plug in it. My bad. That's when we travel. Yeah, you have to pull the plug out so it doesn't spill. Now go ahead and put the red cap back on. You guys get to see all the, this is actually not even outtake. This is just our normal funny moment. There you go. Okay. Yeah. Well, you know what? Should we put a little teriyaki on there?
Sure, go for it.
All right. Well, I can't. I'm one-handed. Got a phone in the other.
So yeah, this wok does a lot.
Oh, look at that, y'all. Teriyaki chicken. No, well, yeah, what the heck? There you go. Done. All right. Tell them what's in your shot glass here, Shell.
Oh, we got the seasoning. It's not a shot.
Let me see if I can get this. Oh, there you go. Oh.
Ooh, that's gonna be
Don't worry, guys. I'm not a cooking control freak here.
No, I know. Just let me do it.
The Jason Michelle Show, brought to you by...
Jason.
Yeah, something. All right, y'all. I'm going to let Michelle cook those down, and we're going to show you how amazing this is going to look in a moment. I'm going to step back and pretend that I'm Michelle filming, getting... Look at that. Can you guys leave something in the comments, a thumbs up, to say, Jason did a pretty good, well, did a good job, even if you have to
Doing
fib.
what?
I'm holding the camera steady. All right, Shell, show them how we're going to make it all come together.
Oh, chicken
Okay.
done. Gonna chop it up.
And then we're going to center the wok.
Yeah, this is the awesome thing about
There we
this.
go. And Shell, do you think we should leave the breast separate, or do you think we should, well, Shell made a decision.
I kind of like it.
You want it separate?
Yeah.
Totally
I
up to
don't
you.
want it in-
Swear. I
no,
mean,
feel
this
like
is,
I wouldn't mind just kind of cut because the chicken's done.
I got to ask you a question. As you're sitting there cooking, just be honest. The aromas, the smell, the warmth, the fire that's on your jacket. I'm kidding. No.
Honey guys,
You want to toss it? Yeah, there you go. Let me see if I can get that in there.
chicken.
Oh, we need to get these folks some more light. 1 second. I'm going to get you all some more light. Don't go away. I think that's ready, Shell. What do you think?
Yep, perfectly crisp. Yep.
All right.
Shall we eat?
Yeah, let's grab some plates.
All right.
So we relocated our fire pit because we're going to enjoy the benefits of the trail fire as a fire pit. Except we relocated our fire pit. We relocated our trail fire. But I want to show you something. Nothing has stuck to the bottom. And again, you guys have all watched us go through the process of seasoning, oiling, and preparing this. And I'm just moving this around so you can see for yourself. Just, let me see if I can get you a tip here. Nothing sticking, right? Just beautiful. Continues to darken and enrichen this.
This is awesome. Our first meal on our new trail fire.
So you know what we should do? Cut the camera because you need to eat. You've been filming your butt off. And according to your contract,
All right, let's
there you go.
perfect.
That looks good and healthy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There's
Smells
that.
delicious.
What's nice is we didn't really use, I don't think we used any oil to cook this.
No.
Just
Whatever
because everything
kind
was
of
seasoned.
Perfect.
You know what's going to be fun? Do you mind holding my plate? Because it's all snowy, rocky, and gravelly here, and we trust all of our trail fire stuff, I'm going to go ahead and move our grate over, and we're going to crank her up. All right?
Yes, thank you.
And I think we're good.
So good.
So let's do it.
Whole day. Cheers.
What do they call it? Bon appetit or bon cheery? Cheer?
Bon appetit.
Mm-hmm. Sorry,
We're hungry.
you couldn't tell we were hungry. So again, what you've seen us do is unbox it one time really fast because we had a little situation. Then re-unbox it, and you stuck with us. We love you for that.
Thanks.
And then we walk through everything at kind of our pace. Walk through it again. We walk through it. Trent's going to love us for that
We
one.
got some good
Hey, acapella, you're going to love that one. He knows who he
If
is.
you're watching.
If you're watching. Oh, yeah. Ooh, a little burn. There we go.
Go ahead.
But the other thing is we said that you can go from having your oven, your cook, your wok, your barbecue, grill, however you want to define your experience to. And it's pretty chilly out here.
It is
It's starting to get a little drizzly. And then you can sit here and enjoy a meal around the fire. And again, if you wanted to get things going again, take your spatula carefully out of the snow and ice, drop her back down, kick your flame down, throw something else on there, or you can offset your wok, put her right back on, set it aside, give Shell all the warmth she needs. And
when I'm warm.
you know what? 50,000 BTUs. Let's just show them right there.
That's good.
Yeah.
Instant.
And I
So,
believe somebody might ask, sorry to cut you off, but how long could I run full throttle here, 20-pound cylinder? Don't quote me on this, but our experience has been, I'm going to turn it down just a little bit, whether it's by altitude, our tank, the temperature, however you want to refer to it, is you can get 7 to 9 hours minimum full throttle because we've done this a lot of times.
For hours.
I mean, literally. So it's totally up to you.
Yep.
All right, it's the time to clean up, which is always the fun time. And I want to show y'all, come on over for a moment. Basically, as you know, we had the yakisoba noodles. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick these up with a napkin. I'm sorry if that's kind of looking really weird. but I guess that's just how we do it. Kind of wipe it off a little bit, set this aside, and then what I like to do before I put it away is give it a nice generous amount of olive oil and or your favorite oil. Again, work it into the pan. We actually seasoned this really well. There's almost nothing stuck there, as you can
really
see.
good.
I mean, if I was really worried about it, just so y'all know, we could just continue to scrape out and then just clean it up a little bit. Grab another rag and again wipe the oil. And as I mentioned earlier, it started raining here. I like to rub some of the oil into here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe off the moisture because it started raining here. Because our wok does not want any water on it. I just put some on there. I mean, you don't have to be fancy about it. Work it in, get it on the handles. Now here comes the fun part. Right here. You're going to notice that we have a little area right there on the pan, or I should say the wok. And we're going to lock it on, clamp it. Let's go around to the other side. You guys, if y'all can see that, just like that. And sorry, I need to position it just a hair more, but you'll just kind of get, boom, used to that. Let's get our stuff ready for cleanup. You're going to take the LP hose right here. When I wrap it around, I like to just give it a little tuck over. Now, because you decided to order, I'm going to set this down just for a moment. We'll clean that up in a moment. You decided to order the Trailfire carry bag. It's going to fit right inside. Look at that.
I love the new green.
The green is hot.
Yes,
I love
it's
that.
pretty. It matches the Echo Verde.
It's going to fit perfect. The other thing you're going to notice, you have a shoulder strap.
Ooh, fancy.
Okay, just like that. It's going to be like a Trailfire purse.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one of the things that you can do is you can pick it up by yourself. But let's say that you had a bad shoulder or something was going on that you needed some assistance. Each person that you had with you, one could grab here and one could grab here, and you could simultaneously, getting a little stuck on my words there, simultaneously carry it. But in this case, because, oh, we should show them this. Check this out. Easy wipe out.
Oh,
look at that.
It's like waterproof and
Yeah,
everything
looks
proof.
good.
Beautiful.
So, very, very, man, the quality of this
I
is
know.
insane. What do they call it? YKK? There's something on there. Yeah, YKK zippers.
Nice.
Those are top
Oh,
of line.
yeah. Are these the ones that glow in the dark? Or no, that's...
I don't know.
What did I read? Sorry.
Let's see. I don't know. Michelle might think that the zipper glows in the dark for all I know.
That was something else I was talking about.
Oh.
But, you know,
Sounds like
it's
it.
possible.
Well, I was thinking, why would the zipper glow in the
Yeah,
dark?
no, I know.
But,
It's getting ahead of myself.
all right.
Look
So,
at that. Love it.
as you see, go ahead, show us. Just step back. I want to show them how easy it is to just do it by yourself. So,
can do
just
it,
like
Jay.
this. Trailfire's in there. This is a brand new bag, y'all. So, it actually is custom fit perfect. You probably
You did that quick.
as a I did actually do that pretty quick. As a possibility, have gotten new items and you're like, oh, they just don't fit right away, and the manufacturer gives you a bunch of excuses. Well, not in this case. I love the bright orange handle too. Just the color scheme is bomb.
Yeah, this is
So
fun.
we've never actually, this is all new to us right here, folks.
Hooking it up.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Oh, check that out. So there's lots of, okay, adjustment, some straps. Well, actually, I'm kind of one of these kind of carry people,
That is you.
but I'm going to keep the strap just in case.
Yeah, if we got a
I like
long
to see
walk.
the whole shoulder thing.
A long
But
walk
there
to
you
the
go.
beach
Look
or
at that.
something. Yeah, very nice.
Just like that, we head on over, we hang out with our friends, our family, or just, solo. Pop her out. If y'all want to see where we store it, follow me. It's a little dark, I apologize. But let me kick on a little light here. The Echo has plenty of light. I'll pull the chairs out of the way for you guys, just so you can see, just so y'all can get a glimpse.
Our original Trailfire.
There's the original with the bag. As you can see, she is well seasoned. I should lock it back down because we were demonstrating earlier. But just like that, we throw the top over. We're going to take this Trailfire and now keep it at the house. And then the new one,
She'll be with us on the road.
We're right here. We'll put our 2 chairs back. Director's chairs. Michelle's the director. I just
Try.
listen, do what I'm told. We'll take our cinch strap and we'll close up shop.
All right.
So it's that simple. 4-in-1 trail fire. Check out all our videos. Use Echo Nesters. We should do that.
Yeah.
Echo Nesters is the discount code, going to save you money. There's also a sale going on right now. I'd have to say, I don't know how long it's going on. I'm going to put that link in description so that we don't overstate it. But there's some specials. I'm buying 2 trail fires. There's specials on getting the bag, the pizza stone,
kinds of
all the
holiday
goodies.
specials.
And you can see how easy that is to store. Let's just, bingo, look at that. I mean, it's literally, all right. Well, I keep doing that, but we got to close
He'll
up.
take it in and out for you all
Getting
night.
dark. Yeah, we can do it again.
No, we're good.
All right. Thank
Bad
y'all.
Betty says goodnight.
Bad Betty says goodnight. Peace.
Peace.
So keep watching our channel, subscribe so we can keep paying.
Click the button. Yeah, thank you.